Now.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are reeling through the years yet again on Up North at 4. We're going back to how we got here. We're taking another long overdue stop at the Price County Historical Society in Fifield to do a museum tour there. We'll get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Yesterday, a private plane crashed near Eagle River. The FAA says 3 people on board all died. Here's a picture of the same type of plane, a twin-engine Rockwell 690B. There was a pilot and 2 passengers on board. The plane is completely destroyed. The plane crashed under unknown circumstances in a swamp near Franklin Lake in Hiles, Wisconsin. The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation into the crash. We will hear from an eyewitness to the crash on Newswatch 12 at 5. A deer farm in Vilas County has tested positive for chronic wasting disease. CWD is a fatal neurological disease of deer, elk, and moose. The positive sample was taken from a dead adult doe that was born on the farm and showed no signs of disease at the time of death. Approximately 250 white-tailed deer at the 600-acre Vilas County farm are now quarantining. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection will investigate the farm for more CWD cases. Over the last 14 days, Wisconsin's daily average of COVID cases has increased 48%. That's the second highest of any state. Alaska, by the way, is first. But in our area, hospitals are filling up fast. In north central Wisconsin, 95% of ICU beds are now occupied. If you want to get tested for COVID-19, there will be a free testing event on Friday from noon to 4 at the Lac de Flambeau Youth Center. There's also likely testing slots available at your local pharmacies. Last night, the Mosinee volleyball team won their 51st straight match, which sets a new record. Mosinee set the GNC, the Great Northern Conference, undefeated streak for any sport after defeating Lakeland Union last night. The Anago boys hockey teams from 2013 to 2018 used to have that record, but it now belongs to the girls down in Mosinee. Abby Martin led the team with 11 kills last night, while Alexis Jonas had 33 assists. Congrats to Mosinee. But nobody can compete with Jeff's flawless record of forecasts. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, warm day out there today.
Yeah, hey Dan, here we are in late September with temperatures like this. Let's just take this in for a moment. Highs in the upper 70s to low 80s across the area today. We will do it again tomorrow before some changes get in here later Friday into Saturday. And look at all the heat to the west of us. So here we are in the 70s and 80s over here. Still some 90s across the plains, but there is a cold front. It's right there moving in our direction. That will arrive later Friday night. Most likely probably after the football game, so it's going to be close this week with rain showers across the area. Keep in mind, the average high is 63, the average low is 40. The record high, we did not hit that today, is 81, and the sun sets in a couple hours at really 6:41 this evening. All right, here we go. So going forward, 78-ish again tomorrow, just like today. A bit cooler Friday, still looking pretty good though, 70s. And then we cool off, right? Saturday in the 71, and those are mid-60s in the forecast for us. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, into Wednesday of next week. Looking outside now, lots of clear skies across our portion of the state, but there are some clouds increasing across the west. There is a system over here. It's right there. As it tries to go this way, though, it's hitting a brick wall across Wisconsin in the form of high pressure. So this will not arrive until later Friday. We'll see some increasing clouds tomorrow, but we're dry tomorrow. Dry through much of Friday before we get some thunder showers in here on Friday evening. So our forecast for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies and very comfortable with low temperatures down near 47. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Bolger Cremation and Funeral Services of Woodruff, serving families from all walks of life. Cremation, funerals, pre-planning, monuments, veteran services.
When it comes to business banking, some do one thing well, but Royal Credit Union does everything well, just like we've been doing since 1964. Here's what our members are saying.
I don't know if I can recall a time that Royal didn't go above and beyond for me. They do their best to understand the intent and how the services that are available within the Royal Credit Union platform can make things easier.
Join Royal today at rcu.org/yourbusiness. Insured by NCUA.
Marcus Dredd has just one goal: to separate you from your soul.
He is waiting for you. Evil Falls House of Tormented Souls in Eagle River, Friday and Saturday nights in October.
The latest weather updates. Weather Watch 12. Weather from where you live.
It's great to be in Fifield, Wisconsin at the Price County Historical Society Museum, but I have to admit, I'm completely lost. I need an expert to help me. Expert! Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is John Berg. I'm a member of the Price County Historical Society Board.
Well, that's very fortuitous that you're here at the museum the same time as I am, John. But I want to learn first about the building before we get into all the exhibits. What's the origin of this building?
Well, this building, Dan, was originally built in 1894 after the fire of 1893 that burned the entire business section down. And it was rebuilt on the site of the original courthouse, or the town hall house. It was built as a government building, and which you'll see in our tour here. It housed the offices of all the elected officials for the town of Fifield and the village of Fifield. And then business was transacted here up until 1968, when the town rebuilt a new town hall on top of the hill and then donated this to the Historical Society, and it's been a museum since then.
And you mentioned the fire off the top. That's probably the biggest moment in Fifield history. Tell me about that fire. What were the ramifications of that?
Well, everything here, Rhinelander, Minocqua, Fifield, Phillips, any of these towns were all based on lumbering. It was the forest that was the sustenance of their economic growth. And everything was built out of wood, as this building is. And so when you have wood, dry weather, and in the case of Fifield, you have a couple kids playing with matches in back of one of the businesses, things did not bode well. And the fire started over on the part of town on West Central, and it spread both ways, and pretty soon the whole business district of the town was flattened.
I bet those kids felt pretty guilty about that.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't run into any newspaper articles about what happened to them, but I'm sure there was ramifications from that.
Well, John, let's keep doing our tour. I think we should check out one of the exhibits on this floor. We'll do that next time on our How We Got Here series.
Don't miss 3 all-new episodes of Wednesday's most watched dramas.
We're supposed to be helping people.
We're out of beds.
You've been running this like a drive-through car wash since I got here.
Somebody's in the backseat of that car.
Oh my God.
You're not okay, that's okay.
You want to push me into a desk job?
Before you make any decisions, you gotta try and do the job again.
An all-new Chicago Wednesday, tonight on NBC.
Huge auction, 3 Lakes, Wisconsin. 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner, plow truck, tools, sporting goods, building materials, home contents, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auction for more details.
Take it away, boys. NBC News Watch 12. News from where you live.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli, and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
Here at Jameson's Whiskey, darling, we are more than a coffee bar. We are artists, creators, thinkers, and doers who share a common goal, building a strong community of makers with trust and lifetime values. Be sure to stop, shop, and sip with us in downtown Crandon.
Need furniture? Get up and hurry into Menards for a great selection and a free rug. Buy any furniture at $2.99 or more and get a free 5x7 rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Want a comfy new chair? Pick one up and get a free rug. Cozy up in a new love seat and get a free rug. Buy a couch or go big with a sectional and get a free rug. Get to Menards before they're gone. In-store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Brian from Creative Granite. When I need the forecast from Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com for my hometown forecast.
Your hometown weather available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
We're backing up north at 4. We're still on the first floor of the Price County Historical Society Museum. Still here with John Berg. He emerged out of nowhere, and he's still here, thankfully. So, John, tell me about this room.
Okay. This used to be the clerk's office, and this is where your land records, all your county records were stored, town records, in a vault behind us over there. This was converted over to our display room for logging, and, of course, as we just talked about, the forest was the sustenance. Price County was a crossroads defined by the forest, crossroads of history defined by the forest. And so what you see here, this display, are logging artifacts that have been collected from Price County itself, from different lumber companies. And this is how the forest was transformed into a productive piece of land. Otherwise, it was just woods. And you measured it in board feet. This was a county measured in board feet. And when you looked at a tree, you may value that tree for its aesthetic looks, but the people who came up here in the 1870s, 1880s, and 1890s were valuing it for what its board foot was worth and what type it was. Prime white pine was the first tree that they logged because it was the prime dimension building material. It was light, it worked easy with a saw, chisel, rasp, and it was also easy to hammer up and carry. You could float it down the rivers. You know, it was the perfect building. After that was done in about 1899, 1900, white pine logging was done here. Then they switched over to hardwoods, hemlock and ash, maple, oak, you know, those. And those were primarily furniture, flooring. Hemlock was used a lot for, bark was used in the tanneries, and the wood itself was used for shipping crates and furniture frames and so on.
So logging ubiquitous in early Northwood's history in terms of white settlement, but it didn't quite translate to farming in Price County like other counties. Why is that?
Well, if you think back of Jefferson's ideal of the yeoman farmer being the backbone of the American economy, the old philosophy was that the plow follows the axe. So the great thing, you'll see this in the Phillips Times way up into the 1930s, there was always a little phrase that said when the great logging is done, when the logging is done, and Phillips becomes the agricultural center of northern Wisconsin. And they've envisioned these great forests, these great pine and hardwood forests, being cut over and then the stumps taken out, and these farms were going to take over, and that was going to be the economy. Well, the problem is that the soil was not conducive to large-scale farming or to anything else but growing trees. And so what you'll see in the southern half of Price County, really from Phillips area southward, you'll see more agriculture, more successful agriculture. As you get north of Phillips, you'll see more wooded areas, and you will see farms, you'll see dairying, you'll see that, but it's not as extensive as the southern part.
Okay, John, we're going to go next door to the adjacent building of the Price County Historical Society Museum. We'll do that next time on Up North.
Attention homeowners in Wausau and north central Wisconsin. If you're thinking it takes a lot of time or money to upgrade your bathroom, then think again. Call Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. Mad City, your window and bath partner, the Green Bay Packers, is your trusted local source for baths, tub-to-shower conversions, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Premium patterns like Canyon Rock and Sierra Sand. It's so easy to afford during our Rake in the Fall savings sale. Save $400 with interest-free financing for 6 months and a $25 Walmart gift card with estimate. But call during this program, we'll double your savings. Save $800 on a new bath or shower with 12 months interest-free financing, and double it to a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Plus, act now and get $250 in Mad City cash towards your next home improvement project. And ask about Mad City's Do More discount for extra savings on new EcoSky windows and custom kitchen cabinet refacing.
I know people have said, well, you could go on someplace cheaper and everything. Yeah, but you don't have the quality and, it's lifetime warranty.
Mad City is A+ rated with a BBB. More than 50,000 satisfied customers. See this old bath? Now look at the difference with a new shower from Mad City Baths, installed in as little as 1 day. Now's the time to call. It's our Rake in the Fall savings sale. Save $400 and get interest-free financing for 6 months and a $25 Walmart gift card with estimate. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $800 on a new bath or shower, 12 months interest-free financing, and double it to a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Plus, receive $250 in Mad City cash towards future home improvements. Call 715-941-4238. That's 715-941-4238.
We're back on Up North at 4, continuing our How We Got Here series and our tour of the Price County Historical Museum. Still here with John Berg. John, we are in the building next to the museum. Where are we at right now?
We're at the Greenfield School. It's a typical turn-of-the-century one-room schoolhouse. It was built just on the west end of Park Falls around 1904, 1905. And it served as school up until about the 1950s. And then the consolidation occurred throughout the county with the larger school districts. Well, the kids at Greenfield ended up going to elementary school in Park Falls.
What sorts of things do we have inside this building?
Well, first of all, the furniture. This is very typical. Now, this furniture, some of this furniture is from the school, but a lot of it was collected from other schools, but it's very typical of furniture that you would see in a one-room school. The blackboard's up in front, a map, Washington and Lincoln, the clock, the lectern, and the storage area there. The stove, wood stove, heated the whole thing. The teacher was responsible for, in the morning, getting everything warmed up, getting the fire started, getting the whole lesson all set. So that was it was really a one-person show, and it was usually women who were teaching, and they had to be single women. Once you got married, then you were not allowed to teach anymore, because teachers were seen as virtuous, as an ideal that was, you looked at that as an ideal. Not that getting married wasn't virtuous, but once you got married, your focus as a woman was to shift from the schoolhouse as a teacher to the kitchen and the home. And you were the one who was raising the children. It was a real division of labor and by gender. So that a lot of women who started teaching and were married then, of course, had to quit their jobs. And
when did that change? I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, that changed, well, I want to say it varied from district to district, but by about the 1960s, 50s, 60s, after the war, World War II, I think there was less of that. I know that my wife's parents were both teachers down in Beloit. They lived in Beloit. My father-in-law was a teacher, music teacher at Beloit, but my mother-in-law, his wife, had to get a job in another district because they wouldn't let the husband and wife teach together in the same district. Yeah, that was in the 1950s. Yeah.
Anything else you want to highlight in this building?
Well, the collections are rather typical of what you'll see in a one-room school. If you go up and down the railroad line again, you see displays of schoolhouses. This will look similar to what's in Point, what's in Colby, that kind of thing. I think where you'll see some things that are different are the specific high school displays or school displays for like the Fifield High School, which is no longer in existence. There's some trophies and letter jackets and so on. Park Falls, of course, is now Schwamigan district, but there's some artifacts from that school. So you'll see some different things for specific schools within Price County, and in this case, more the northern part of Price County.
Okay, next time on the tour, we're going to go back inside the museum. We're going to go to the top floor where lots of different activities took place. That will be next time.
When you shop Goodwill for amazing deals on back-to-school items, you make an impact. Your support keeps items out of the landfill and fuels job training and opportunities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop and donate back to school at Goodwill, Goodwill starts with you.
burger, fries, and pie combo returns. Enjoy any of our mouthwatering burgers with fries and any slice of our famous pies for a limited time. And enjoy a sweet treat from our bakery. Dine in or order online at perkinstogo.com.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class exclusive available Pro Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
Hi, Bob Pucci for the Take Kid Hunting Foundation. We're having the Anago Gun Show this weekend at the Langley County Fairgrounds on Highway 45. Admission is $6, 14 under are free. Show hours are Friday from 3 p.m. to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 3.
Summer may be coming to a close, but now is the perfect time to get your new Flow waterfront system for next year. Check out the awesome Flow dock and lift selection at Jensen Akins in Conover and Three Lakes Docks and Lifts. Lock in your order before September 30th and receive up to $1,000 in accessories or a $1,200 Big Green Egg Grill with qualifying purchase. Let us show you why we're still the #1 Flow dock and lift dealer for the Eagle River and Three Lakes chain and surrounding lakes.
Justin Betty and meteorologist Jeff Weller bring you the local news and weather from the North Woods alongside the WJFW Evening News Team. Watch Justin and Jeff weekday evenings at 5, 6, and 10 on News Watch 12.
When you shop Goodwill for amazing deals on back-to-school items, you make an impact. Your support keeps items out of the landfill and fuels job training and opportunities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop and donate back to school at Goodwill, Goodwill starts with you.
We're back on Up North at 4, our final stop here at the Price County Historical Society Museum. Still here with John Berg. John, tell us where we're at right now, and before we talk about the exhibits, what is this room?
This room was constructed as a social hall. It was constructed with a stage on it, so you could do everything from plays to speeches to rallies to anything that you wanted to do as a group with churches, public groups, fraternal organizations, political rallies, you name it, they could have it up here. They did have dances up here. And so the band would play up on the stage, and you had this whole dance floor that was available for people to enjoy.
I wish I could have partaken in those. You were ever a dancer?
No, my father told me I moved my feet like 2 stones, so I was never a dancer.
Well, let's talk about what's in here now. What sorts of exhibits do you have here on the top floor?
Well, behind the camera is the CCC corner, which you'll see if you go to Rhinelander too. They have the state CCC camp over there, but this is all Price County CCCs. Coming from the left of the camera forward is a domestic display of washing and so on. The next one here is the trades display, carpentry, woodworking, and so on. The next one up begins part of our military display, mostly World War I display. And then there's an old grand piano there, and then up on the stage is our current main display of military from World War II on. Coming around through the middle here, these are various displays of artifacts from everything from baby buggies and toys to different recreational utensils. On the side over there, to the right is the remnants of the courthouse at Price County Courthouse in Phillips from the old original courthouse, salvaged, and also stenographers' equipment and so on. And then as we go here, this is a Christmas display that one of our board members, Tracy Dunbar, put together this year, which is a new one. And then we have an authentic sleigh. Now, I'm not sure that that was built in Price County, but it was used here in Price County. And then we have hats. Kids can try on different hats. This display case in front of us here going this way is Dale Hakenen's family's contributions to the knuckle boom logger and the revolutionary processing that they brought forth in the 40s and 50s. And then this display right here is recreational equipment, fishing, hunting, tennis, whatever we had here in Price County.
Very cool. Thanks so much, John.
Thank you, Dan.
I do want to mention one more thing. You guys are hoping to add on to your facility here. What do you plan on doing?
Well, as we discussed before, we are in the process of fundraising for a new archives building. It's going to be a 44 by 28 structure made out of cement block faced with brick, steel roof. It's going to be a fortress, and the purpose of it is to put all our collections of our photographs, our plat books, maps, books, papers, diaries, whatever we have that's ephemera that could be easily burned, lost, destroyed in one location in a secure place, have it open periodically to the public for research, and it's going to be called the Lewis A. Koenig Research Center, named after the DA of Price County in the 1930s and 40s, and his daughter is the main benefactor who got this project off the ground. So.
Very, very cool.
Yes, we're hoping to start next summer. If we can raise, we have to raise 1/3 of the cost yet, and if we can get that done, we won't start until we have every penny in the bank, but we're hoping if we can get that done, we'll start next summer.
Okay, Mr. Berg, thanks so much for taking me on the tour today.
Thank you, Dan.
We'll be right back on Up North at 4. And we're right back already, and I think we have just enough time for a mini Wednesday what, Jeff?
Small one. Let's
do it. So this has all been curated by Jeff here. Jeff, tell me about this first picture.
Well, this is the European honey buzzard?
European honey buzzard,
yes. And look how far this buzzard travels. Now, this caught my eye because right now all the birds are migrating south. Most are out of the North Woods already, but look how far this one travels from northern Europe down to the southern tip of Africa.
That's a lot of flapping.
That's a lot of flapping.
Yeah.
Right? So when you see a bird, say hi, because they're on the move right now.
Okay.
Most have left the North Woods though.
Let's go to number 2 here.
So, okay, this caught my eye because when you first see this, you at home, what are you thinking? You're thinking chicken? Are you thinking chicken?
Yeah, I thought chicken.
When you first saw it, what'd you think?
I thought chicken tenders.
These are puppies. They're puppies. And they look like chicken. So it caught my eye. I'm like, that is definitely a Wednesday what. So here we go.
Okay.
Next picture, please. This is the cowlick cam. This is definitely a Wednesday what. But I think I shamed Dan enough to where he got his haircut, right? So the cowlick cam is not
I don't think
equal.
shamed is the right word, but
you did something back there.
It was unmanageable, so I just had to kind of cut it back.
See, there it is. It was turned sideways a bit. It was unsustainable, so this looks much better.
Just chopped
the cowlick cam is on vacay for a little bit until your hair goes back in.
All right, get off. Yeah, there we go. I think we have one more picture.
Is there one more?
That you wanted to show me?
Oh, this is like in a car, right? So my car does this now, where if your dog is in the car, you can put on your dash so your dog is fine because the air conditioning
fancy
is on.
stuff.
So technology is amazing these days.
Okay, we'll hear from Jeff at 5 and 6 for his full weather forecast, and join us tomorrow on Up North at 4. See you then.